What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys, so last time, we set up this mob spawner, we got things all hooked up, we're starting to sort items, but we're doing nothing with our loot bags, we're only storing them. So there's stuff out of the loot bags that we want to get, specifically Blacker and Black Lotus. Both of those are going to help us out get through Britannia pretty quickly. You can see here that I've added some more storage drawers. One of the things I didn't realize when we put this together, I was thinking we'd only get the fully repaired armors, but we're getting the fully repaired armors and enchanted version. So you can see we have gold boots there and there. Yeah, I didn't take into account that we will be getting fully repaired enchanted armor. So we're gonna have to figure out something to do with that at some point in time. For right now, I think we're just gonna leave it. I'll just add in more drawers. The enchanted ones will go to different places. Yeah, I think that's gonna be just fine for now, but yeah, eventually we will have to work that out. I was looking at the advanced item filter, the thing that we had, was it right here? There's another one, another program called Enchanted, and there's one called Enchantable, but the enchanted one was the one I was looking at. I tried using that, and it seems like I'm having some kind of a problem with that. I'm gonna kill this zombie, just so he's not annoying us. Yeah, it seems like there's some kind of a problem with that. I had unenchanted armor in here, and I had that set so it would send all enchanted armor to the trash can, and it removed every piece of armor. Like, it was removing everything that could be enchanted. I don't know. Anyway, that's something we will worry about sometime later. For right now, for today, I want to start looking at doing something with these loot bags. So as you can see, we have quite a lot of them. We have over 5,000 of the common, 4,500 of the uncommon, 3,500 of the rare, 2,500 of the epic, and 1,600 of the legendary. The legendary are the ones that contain the things we want, and we can upconvert these if you guys haven't seen that before. You can take 4 of these guys, stick them in your crafting grid, and convert them to the next tier, which is pretty cool. So we could take all of these loot bags and convert them all the way up to the legendary, but there might be items that we can only get from the epic or from the rare that I might want. So eventually we'll probably push all the items over to the legendary ones, or we might set up some kind of a system where we can flip a lever and do that and then collect the other ones. But I think I want to set up some kind of an auto opening for each of these different types of bags. So it's going to be a little bit involved. So let's see. The way I want to do that was using an autonomous activator. I don't know if we have access to make these yet. Do we? Oh yeah, we can make these. Diamond gears, copper chest, piston. That's the only recipe. It does require crescent hammer and these redstone perception coils, which are red alloy ingots, not redstone. So yeah, it's a little pricey in the redstone situation here. Quite a few diamonds per one of these things, but what we can do is use an autonomous activator to right click one of these onto a chest and open it. So yeah, and then from the chest we can put into like a secondary sorting system or something along those lines. So I guess the first thing we need to do is to get ourselves some autonomous activators. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that. But before we do, let's head over to our machine area over here, a little workshop area. I was doing some measuring earlier. I was checking the distance from this fence post to that one at the end over there, and it's 27 blocks is where that platform starts. So I guess where the corner stones of this fences are. And I did the same thing here. This was only 26 blocks. I did the same thing on this one. This one was only 26 blocks. I was like, oh no. So I moved this platform. I made that platform 1 block longer on the other side and shaved off a layer in this one. So now this walkway is 27. I did the same thing on this one. I shifted the whole platform over 1 block, which means I had to move this over 1 and this one over. I never reformed those 2 multi-block structures, and I had to move the whole smeltery over. Yeah, it was quite the thing. I have been working on getting more upgrades in these machines. So you can see we have fortune upgrades in here now. We've been collecting a lot of diamonds, and we have all the stuff like the electrum and everything else we need to make these. So that's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I got fortune upgrades in these and 16 speed upgrades in each of our sifters. So we're collecting things a little bit faster, and I have put 19 speed upgrades in these. So I kind of want to make this stuff faster than we can sift it, just so we have we are always stocked up in case I need to take a stack of sand or something. It'll refill itself over time. So that's the reason why we have that done. I did add in another high temperature furnace generator over here. We were not producing enough power off one of these things to handle all the speed and the fortune upgrades, because one of these sifters with those fortune upgrades, let me press O, is using 1445 RF per tick. That's a little expensive. Yeah, I think one of those generators is making, what, 3200 RF per tick? Yeah, so yeah, we just weren't making enough power to do that. I did add in some speed upgrades onto our hammers, which don't run constantly, but I want to make sure these are hammering through those things as soon as we get them. Yeah, so both of those have the speed upgrades in there. I have added in more storage upgrades on these things. I think I showed the iron one last time, full upgrades plus a void, so when we start making more iron than what we can hold, it just goes away. Yeah, so those are the things that I've been doing around the base. So let me go ahead and make those autonomous activators. We'll start working on auto opening those loot bags, and we will be right back. Alright guys, well this is what we got set up right now. So we got 5 of these autonomous activators, yep, and I had to make the augments for each one of these things by default in Kappa mode, or at least in Project Ozone. I'm not sure which one it is. It does not come with either of these augments that normally these machines come with, right? So we had to make one for reconfigurable sides, and I needed to make a second one for redstone control. Otherwise it'll just always be going and I won't be able to stop it, right? So yeah, I made those augments. That really isn't that expensive. One of the augments is a gold bar and like 410 nuggets, and then one's a redstone dust and 410 nuggets. Either way, is not super expensive. It's just something you need to be aware of. Anyway, so we got those hooked up in here. Underneath, let's get down here. Yeah, underneath I am putting in power from this basic capacitor bank. This is one that I sourced over from our other area. This was the first capacitor bank that we made. I still had it over there, over by the hammerers. Anyway, I took it over here because we don't need it over there anymore. We got the vibrant one over there that can provide all the power. So yeah, we have the power coming over here into our autonomous activators. These guys do require power. They use very little power when they're running, but they do need power. I think it might be 1 RF per item or per right click or whatever it is that they do. But yeah, so we have to have just some kind of power over here. Each one of these, I also have an item conduit going in, and I'm filtering on each specific loot bag. So only the common go in this one, only the uncommon in this one, only the rare, etc., etc., epic, and then legendary at the very end, I think is what it is. Yeah, I was thinking we could extract out on certain colors and only have a certain color input over here. But then I was also thinking if we do want to set up a thing where we can take all the different loot bags and then convert them up into a legendary, that's going to make things a little bit more complicated. So I thought it was easier just to put filters on each one of these, and then we can do the green channel into like a compactor or whatever when we want to switch them all up into legendary a little bit later on. Okay, so yeah, each one of these are redstone controlled, like I said, so I have a lever behind each one of these so I can turn it on and off, but they're not going to be doing anything until we put a chest, so they can sneak right click into the chest. So if I put a chest right here and we do this, I haven't tested this yet, but I'm sure it works, and you can see we're starting to get items out of there. Cool. Alright, let's turn that back off. So we can do that for each one of these guys, and then we can kind of see what the loot is that we're going to be getting out of them. Yeah, I want each one of these individually being turned on and off, because maybe we only want uncommon loot bags for whatever reason. I don't know why. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and turn these all back off for now. We'll kind of get a feel for the items that we're collecting here. So we are getting artifact diamond armor. I wasn't aware that we got those out of the common ones, because I don't think I ever did that before. Spectre iron nether quartz, lots of different things. In fact, this feels like the same loot pool, especially with the black lotus, that we're getting from all the other ones, right? Maybe not. Maybe there's some differences. I don't know if there's a way that I can tell. We got an artifact here. That's cool. Let's go and pop that one open. Damage resistance converts emeralds when dropped. 2-second fuse. Damage resistance is pretty cool. Do I have to have that like down here? It doesn't say how we're getting damage resistance. I don't see like an effect or anything. Anyway, converts to emeralds when dropped is pretty cool. You just throw it on the ground in 2 seconds. It poofs into like half a stack of emeralds. So yeah, 37 that time. So you can get a decent amount of emeralds that way. Okay, what else do we have in here of note? Anything? Another black lotus. We got division sigil. We have plenty of those already. I don't see anything else unique in here. Let's do another artifact. See what this one is. Jump boost when used. Heals player when inflicting damage. Damage resistance. Effective pickaxe. Fortune 2. Wow. There's like so many things on this one. Yeah, this one shows resistance. The other one did not. Interesting. It says jump boost when used, but I'm not going to use this because I don't care about the jump boost. That damage resistance, that's pretty good. That'll help us out when we fight bosses a little bit later, so I will keep that around. Sacred rubber saplings, good. We can chop down more trees. Yeah, lots of loot and stuff. Anything in this one of note? We got overgrowth seed. We got white stone. Okay, and this one down here at the very end, more white stones. We got blacker lotus. We got jade. Okay, so lots of iron armor in here as well. Looks like we got lots of iron in pretty much all of these, although there's no iron armor here. There's some in this one. I guess it's just random. I guess we just got really lucky on the legendary ones. So what we need to do at this point is start taking this loot and sorting it, either throwing it away or storing it in storage drawers with void upgrades on them or something along those lines, right? I don't think we're gonna need the ender swords at all. I do want to keep this artifact armor because we will want to upgrade our stuff to like the best possible. Maybe we want a specific type of pants, for instance, ones that feeds us or ones that allows us to sneak on air. That's how we're gonna be able to do that. Chance cubes and chance icosahedrons, at least these guys I believe are used in later recipes for things, so we're gonna want a lot of those. It doesn't hurt having extra white stones. By the way, speaking about those, I did have another bloodstone in my inventory from last episode. I didn't talk about that at all. Yeah, I got another white stone. We charged it up, and then I just threw it on the ground, went to the nether, and yeah, now we can get 1 heart of health regenerating at a time instead of just the half a heart, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I am going to start looking at getting this stuff sorted out into more drawers. Yeah, and then we'll be right back, guys. Whew, we still got yet even more drawers, guys. So this is a second whole drawer set. That's our other one over there. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we're collecting from all of those different loot bags. Yeah, check it all out. So there's obviously some drawers over here that don't have stuff in it. I tried organizing this stuff as best as I could. It could still use some more work. So for instance, you can see like the artifact armor is all kind of in the same location. So we're using, all right, we have diamond armor all along the bottom. You can see on the tooltip it says diamond artifact armor or artifact diamond armor, whatever. Artifact golden armor, next one then the iron armor. So I do have upgrades in these. I want to store a decent amount should we need more of these different pieces. But I also put a void upgrade on there too, because we only need so much of it. We don't need to store all of it, right? So we'll be able to store a decent amount of that stuff. Should we need a new chest plate or something like that, I'm sure we'll be able to find one in amongst all that stuff. All these other ones we're just deleting immediately. You have a void upgrade, so as soon as whatever the stack is, like 16 or 32, I think is what it says on the tooltip there. Once we get 32 of those, each additional one will come into the system and just go away. All the iron stuff, I just have void upgrades on because honestly, we have all of the iron and we don't need it. I did put, oh, I didn't put a void upgrade up here. I am keeping more of these artifacts up here. These are really good because you can get things that just give you more health. Just by having an item in your inventory can give you more health. Like this one is giving me the damage resistance, which is really nice. Yeah, if we can get the health boosting ones, that'll be really good for later on when we have to fight monsters or I guess bosses or whatever that do a lot of damage, like the antlion boss in the Urbis. So I want to get more upgrades in here. I want to store a whole lot of these, as many as possible, so we can go through those and fill up our inventory when the time comes. Other things I thought were important were like our chance cubes and chance icosahedrons, paper, and then ender pearls over here. I probably should put a void upgrade on these things as well. I'll get to that. We are collecting ender pearls and a whole bunch of the other mob drops over in our mob farm, so there's really no reason to keep mass quantities over here since we already have them over there as well. We could try and combine them and put all the monster drops over there. It's just simpler to sort it out here and just kind of like delete the stack as the drawer fills up or whatever. Then we got some more of our precious metals over here, all of like our growable stuff. Rubber sapling, the sacred ones and the mega ones, I'm keeping larger quantities of those. Oak saplings we don't care about. I'm keeping larger quantities of the blacker lotus, so I need to get more upgrades in here. I want to have the maximum amount possible of those things. And yeah, so that's pretty much how the sorting system works. Now, the way I was moving these things around, by the way, there's a cardboard box. This is a great item from Mechanism. It's very cheap too. So if we look at the recipe on this thing, you can see it's just 4 pieces of sawdust turned into one of those, right? So to get the sawdust, you can sag mill a plank or a log, I believe, but I think a plank gives you 1. If you have flint in there, you can get up to like 4, I think, or maybe there's another one for logs. Yeah, here we go. Here's ones for logs. So you can get like a whole bunch of other ones, and then that increases your chance of getting more at a time. Like, it's very inexpensive, 4 logs to get one of these things. So what this does, if you haven't seen it, you can right click it on there. Then you can break this out and you can set this somewhere else, right? And then you shift right click to I guess get the cardboard box out of there, unbox it. So you can also use the packing tape that puts a little X on there from storage drawers if you want to. This is reusable, no durability. I think it's the better choice. So this is the way I've been doing it. That's how I rearranged everything around here. That magnet on so I can get my box back. There we go. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Now the next thing we need to do is turn it on and just let it go and collect all of the things. Another thing we should look at though, I did want an option so I could pull all of these different loot bags and put them into a compactor and then send them all over into this one right here, our legendary one, so we can make a whole lot of legendary when we run out of those. I think that's going to be a pretty smart idea because we still get a whole lot of these other ones and we don't really need all of these other ones all of the time, right? I think the Blacker Lotus is exclusive to the legendary, although I could be wrong, but I know you get them like quite frequently from this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get a compactor set up. We'll tap into that same line. We'll move some of this cable over here. We'll get that all hooked up by the flip of a lever, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, well this was a pretty easy thing to set up. So a compactor here, I'm just pulling off that same green channel that we're extracting off the bottom of these from. Yeah, that comes over to the bottom of here, and I just kind of have it running over to the bottom of this guy. So we have this set to an in-out. So it's going in on green, we're extracting on yellow. It only extracts out of things down here. That's after the compactor has already compacted something. So hopefully... is that going to do what we want? I'm not sure if that's going to have room for everything. Anyway, we'll figure it all out. So it's going to compact it to the 2x2. It should hopefully bring them all the way up to legendary and then send them down here. It might not work because this is completely full right now. But anyway, once we turn this thing on, it should be going all the time. That's the idea. So we're extracting on yellow. So it goes back through that same line over here and then up into the bottom of our legendary cache here. And then that is only being extracted out of this autonomous activator. So if we flip this on, it should start pulling all the loot bags from here, turning them all into the legendary. And then this should start opening those up if we flip this lever. So let's try this. Let's see how this works. Yeah, okay, so it works just straight away. There's no problem at all. So this is taking all of our different loot bags here. Yep, you can see them all going away on the tooltip, and that should be increasing the amount of legendaries that we have. Perfect. Okay, so now we can take all of these and switch them all up to legendary should we choose to, and then we can turn this on and open all of the legendary ones. Yep, I think we are pretty much set for all the different things that I want to do with this down here. One of the last things we needed to do, though, is to finally close that up. Yeah, so I think we got everything buttoned up down here just fine. We could make this look better if we had conduit facades down here. We could paint it the same color as this, the huge cobblestone tiles. We won't be able to see underneath those, but other than that, I think we're pretty much good to go. I'm very happy with this so far. I still haven't decided, though, if I want to turn them all into the legendary and just open the legendary, or if we should open all of these individually. Oh, it's something we'll have to think about. But for right now, I think we'll let this go because I do want to get myself a nice big stockpile of these Blacker Lotus. This is what we're really looking for. We want stacks and stacks and stacks of these things. So we're just going to let it go like this, and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, well I've let this run for a little while now. It doesn't look like we are overflowing into anything, and yeah, we did convert all of our loot bags into the legendary ones. We still have about 1,000, 1,100 legendary loot bags remaining. This stuff might start filling up now because I've turned off the compactor. I guess once that fills up, they'll start going over here. Yeah, I turned off the compactor for now. We don't need this going constantly at the moment. So we're just going to turn it off. But yeah, we got 306 of these Blacker Lotus, which is perfect. I'll take 2 stacks of those with us. what I would like to do is to start into a little bit of the early game Botania. Botania locks out magical crops. Magical crops is going to be very, very useful for, you know, producing all of our ores and things along those lines later on. So we definitely want to get into it. So let's go to the quest book. You know, there's a few quests here. We've been collecting quests and rewards and things like that, and I haven't been claiming them just because I'm doing other things. So yeah, we got extra crystals one for having 32 of those. I made a full stack, remember? I still haven't done anything as far as making a bigger QED, but we will do that soon. So let's go ahead and claim this one. We will do the transfer node energy. We've done that one a few times now for the 8X. Yeah, the 8X generators that I've made. Wooden spikes, so we'll claim that one. We got one for iron spikes. Yeah, we got all these different ones. And there's even yet more of these loot chests that I haven't opened yet. It's gonna give us a half heart as well. That's kind of cool, I guess. And then trash can. Yep, we still need to make the energy one and the fluid one. We haven't done those yet. I think there might have been a few more of these quests. Yeah, look, there's like all of these over here still too that we gotta claim. We're gonna have so many of these loot chests. Now, I think I'm gonna take the zombie head on this. Zombie heads are very useful for a lot of the different things we're going to need. Creeper, skeleton, enderman. Actually, before I do that, we're gonna have to make a soul binder pretty soon, and we need one of each of the different types of mob heads. I think we have every one that we need, so I'll grab a zombie one. The other zombie, or I'm sorry, the other head I think is one of these enderman head. We got plenty of those. Those just drop for the mob farm. These other ones don't. They only drop if you kill mobs specifically. So I'll take that one. All right, so double layer capacitors. We'll do the octatic. Claim the bottom one, and with flux bank tier 1 basic capacitor bank. Cool. All right, so I didn't get the reward for this one, I guess. Anyway, and then epsilon. Is there any more in here? I don't think there's any in there. Zeta or Zeta, I don't think so, and theta, none. Okay, so we got all of those in our inventory, and we still have all of these. Okay, let's go ahead and pop these open real quick and see what we get. We might get something good, we might not. So let's find out. So we got a bunch of chance icosahedrons, artifact armor, some plastic, that'll be useful, more artifact armor. Okay, lots of stuff here. I'm gonna start dumping these things, then I'll sort them out later. Gold pants of stability, knockback resistance, not very useful. Diamond chestplate of noms, food saturation, and night vision on the chestplate. That's actually another good upgrade. I got a diamond chestplate of food saturation previously, but with night vision, that means we can get a different helmet now. Huh. Anyway, I'll just store that for later. That's definitely a keeper. It's a good one. Well-fed gold helmet of breathing, food saturation, water breathing. Don't really need that. All right, let's keep going here. So we got dirt chest, we got florbs, we got alchemical coins, which are just basically EMC. Amulet of growth, which will help us out. Iron paxel. Another set of this stuff. Okay, so all of those things are taken in my inventory. We can stick those back in here. We haven't had a chance to use any of this stuff just yet, but we will soon. And then let's pop these open. So dark matter. So we had the red matter, now we got the dark matter set. That's kind of cool. We'll leave those alone for now. Tier 3 chance pendant, that'll help out if we open up chance cube. Fortune cookie. Unbreakable wand, max 64 blocks. That is pretty good. We haven't gotten one of these yet. I'm still been using the diamond wands, so I can start using this guy now. So we'll keep that on our person. And then finally, ore processing upgrade and void transfer pipe. So nothing super crazy good, but you know, it's still good stuff nonetheless. All right, so we wanted to get into Botania a little bit. I kind of got distracted there for a second. Let's look at the quest real quick. So that's under the beta section, and we need to do this one. So this wants us to make the Lexica Botania, which we already have, a petal apothecary, pure daisy, and then it wants us to make some living wood, living rock, and wand of the forest. Right. So we already started this map with the Lexica Botania, so we got that done, right? So these other things, they're not so bad. Let me go ahead and craft those up. Pure Daisy requires 4 of the white petals. We've already done the 10-10-10s of the white seed, so that's not a big deal. Living wood, living rock, that's all made just by putting wood or rock. Smelted stone, smooth stone around the Pure Daisy. after you planted it, and then wand of the forest. We'll go ahead and make that. Let me go ahead and do those entry quests for Botania, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, so there we go. We are 4 daisies, or 4 pure daisies, turned our stone to living rock and our living wood. I'm sorry, our wood into living wood. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we'll go ahead and vein mine this up, and we will vein mine that up. Cool. The grass will grow back, and we will still allow cows to spawn here. So another thing we needed to do, let's take a look at the quest. Detect submit. Okay, so all of these are now done. I did make the petal apothecary. Lexica Botania we had, pure daisies we made, living wood, and this. So wand of the forest is the next thing we need to make. So I think you need 2 of those. Actually, let's take a look before I do this. Wand of the forest. Okay, so you can make it out of any color. Okay, so we need 3 of those. I wasn't quite sure if it was 2 or not, but I was wrong either way. So 3 of these things, and then 2 different petals. I'm just using black and white because, I don't know, you can do any colors you want. And it does reflect the way it looks on the wand if you haven't seen that before. So there's our wand of the forest. Okay, so that should complete this quest. Quest complete, magical Botania. Nice. So that's nice and simple. That's going to give us some nightshades, some day blooms, a chance cube, and a loot chest. So I'll go ahead and claim that. Right, so that gives us all of those things. Right? Or did I have to, no, okay, so I did give us these. So these things will give us our starting mana. So first thing we need to do is make a mana pool, like so. Very, very easy. I guess I'll stick it over here. Not really sure where we're going to put our Botania stuff. I kind of feel like what we're going to end up doing is getting rid of this platform here and then expanding our base out this way and just going big over here. So like our mob farm will be back here, our noisy portals and stuff, and all of this will be back there, and we'll be over here. I think that's what we're going to do. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead. Oh, wait, over here. Yeah, so we made the mana pool. So we need to make ourselves a mana spreader. I think that is, or that requires 1 petal and some living wood. Is it living wood planks or the living wood itself? I don't remember. Is it like this petal? Yeah. Yes, I did it. I remembered. Okay, so we have a mana spreader here, and then we're going to link that to the mana pool by shift right clicking here, and then right clicking. Wait, shift right click, shift right click. Okay, so it's the first one to the second one is what you do. Now we need to place down our nightshades and our day blooms. Nightshades, day blooms. These will link to the nearest mana spreader. Since we only have 1, they link there. You can look at that by if you hover over one of these with the wand, it highlights whatever it's linked to. So that's going to start producing mana very, very slowly. Yeah, we can right click on here. Once that gets about twice the amount that it has, it'll send a little mana burst over here. And once it's there, we can start using these blacker lotus to make all of the mana. All right, so we just got to wait for that first little mana burst to happen. So we have some mana in the pool. There we go. Now we have all of the mana. Pretty cool. So we don't really need these guys out here. These will go away after, I think it's 3 full Minecraft days if you leave them. They don't stack anymore because they all have like a different amount of time, some NBT data, how long they've been out. Same with these flowers. So that kind of stinks, but you know, whatever. If we need mana again, if we run out, we can always do that, right? Okay, so now that we got that done, I think, what was the next quest here? Let's take a look real quick. So yeah, we got mana pool. Oh, that wanted us to have both of these in my inventory. Aha. So what I can do, I can take the mana spreader and just make ourselves a second mana pool, and that should complete that. We're probably going to want another mana pool anyway. Detect submit. And then what's the second part? It wants us to make a mana pearl and a mana diamond. Okay, so that's easy. All we got to do is get ourselves an ender pearl and a diamond, and then drop those in the mana pool. Very, very simple stuff. Unfortunately, though, I don't have any ender pearls over here. I don't believe they are all now stored over here. So I guess the thing that we should start looking at pretty soon, probably a lot sooner than later. Did I get a pearl? Yeah, okay. A lot sooner than later is getting a way to connect our drawers over here to some kind of, probably the Ender IO inventory panel, so we have access to all of our stuff. So we're gonna wanna connect our things over there, both of them over here, so we have access to them in one central location. I think that's gonna make a lot of sense here if we do that pretty soon. So let's drop that in there and that in there, and that should complete our Britannia task here. Yes, quest complete, mana manipulation. Perfect. So that's going to give us a mana distributor, a chance cube, and then a loot chest. We'll claim that. All right, so that's going to allow us to start getting into magical crops. So we'll probably take a look at this next time because we are out of time for today. I had a lot of fun getting our storage system set up for today, or at least getting our auto loot bag stuff hooked up. That took a lot of time. It's a good thing we have it done, though, because it's going to make Britannia so much easier, not having to worry about generating mana, just using those blacker lotuses. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.